Hello guys, and welcome back to another Unity C# tutorial. In the last video, we looked into the Hierarchy tab, but in today's video, we're going to be looking in the Inspector tab. So without further ado, let's get right into it. In the Inspector tab, you can add a component. If you don't know what a component is, don't worry, I'll explain it to you right now. What a component basically does is it adds on to your object. So right now, let me show you something. If I go to Rigid Body 2D, it's not going to work because it says I have Mesh Collider, and it won't work with Mesh Collider. So all I have to do is remove the component. So now I can just do Rigid Body 2D, and Rigid Body will happen. So without this Rigid Body 2D, this object will float in midair. But look what happens when I add the Rigid Body 2D. It falls all the way down. And not only can it add components, you can also remove components by just going remove component. And over here you can see the transform, and you can just change a shape's position, anything you want of a shape with the transform. You can see I can change its scale, you can change its position, change its rotation. Or that did. And another additional feature to the Inspector tab is you can create a script and directly implement it on your object. As such, you can just create a script. Let me give it a name. Test script, and it'll say new script. I can just click new script, and okay, I want it to be test script. I could just go create an app. And as you can see, it will create a script, and it will implement the script onto your object. So if you don't know, when you in C#, if you create a script, it's not gonna automatically play. You have to first implement it to an object, so it will run on the object. But we'll be talking more about that in a separate video. And those are all the basic features for the Inspector tab. But with the features out of the way, let's look at a few common components. So as I said before, the rigid body was a really common component. Another really common component is the box collider. And the box collider, what it does is, as its name, creates a box. So if I have one cube with a box collider, I'm trying to copy this. Copy, paste. Okay. So if I have one cube with the box collider, I have another cube with a box collider and a rigid body 2D. That means it will collide with something and it will fall down. This thing should stop it. So let's check it out. As you can see, this quad got blocked over here by this quad because of the box collider 2D. And another thing you can do with the rigid body 2D specifically is you can change the type that you want it to be. If you make it kinematic, it's gonna float in midair. It's gonna have everything that it needs to have. The rigid body 2D will provide it, but it's still gonna float in midair. So if you have like a game where there's like a ball that floats in midair and you can like hit it someplace, that is the type of thing you need to do. But for now, let's look at more scripts. So another really cool script is called the Hinge Joint. Hinge Joint. So the Hinge Joint is a really weird code, not gonna lie. What it does is, it's used for creating stickman. Like if you want to make a stickman, you're going to use the hinge joint. And if you have two of them with both having hinge joint, you can connect both of them together. So, wait, let me show you. Here. And I can just bring this right here. And if I play, it should. Okay, there. That means if I go like this, this should hinge. Oh, you saw that? It created a hinge. Right now, I know it's not perfect. I just created a really quick setup, but as you can see, it hinged. So it's like a joint, and there's not only just the hinge joint, but there's multiple different types of joints. Like the spring joint and all the other types of joint. We'll get to that once we need those. But for now, so in your game, if you want to have a song or something, what you need is the audio source. An audio source is self-explanatory. It creates audio, kind of like a boombox. It creates audio. So you can click the audio source, and you can click set a clip that you want set a clip of audio that you want to play, and it will play it. But it's not gonna automatically listen to you. You have to make sure that your main camera, which is what your people can see, has an audio listener, so it can actually listen to the audio. So that was a bunch of plugin components that I use in my everyday life. And that will also be all for today's video. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.